in your lifetime, in your DJ career, how many times have you DJ'd back to back or like in the same booth with a female DJ?
Maybe once or twice.
I used to I used to DJ with this female DJ, well, two female DJs, you know, here in DC, and you know, it was pretty interesting because you know, never done that before, and I was just like, wow, they're just as hard as me when it comes to like, you know, just wanting to like put a crowd in a like little a trance, you know, and you know, taking a crowd on a journey. I mean, hey, they're people doing music. So, you know, there is a documentary coming out. It's on Amazon. Huh?
Yeah,
yes. Okay, it is out. And it's on Amazon Prime. You know, that's the other thing. So I got to watch it, right? It's called Underplayed. And it's basically, you know, talking about the gender imbalance, you know, the inequities of like, you know, the male dominant, you know, DJ industry. And, you know, what's weird is like, there are a lot of female like producer DJs, that, you know, I follow, and I, you know, when they come out with something, I'm buying it, you know. It's just like, oh, you know, Mary Jane came out with something, I'm buying it, you know. And they, you know, they had DJ Duffey in here and some other female DJs. And, you know, I understand, you know, bringing this to the forefront, right? But I may sound a little cynical right here, but but I also think that that's not an epiphany. You know, just take like female, like professional women's soccer. You know, the U.S. women's soccer team has won more, like, you know, world championships than a men's U.S. soccer team. And they get less money. You know, they're made to wear different types of clothing so that they could look tighter, and, you know, they have to play on like astro opposed to natural grass, you know. So those sort of inequities, as screwed up as they are, it's not an epiphany. Now, I think it's okay to sort of create a documentary like this, be able to put it on a platform like Amazon Prime and sort of get it out there. I think that you probably need to do a bit more marketing on this so that it's in like more national publications, like, you know, maybe a BuzzFeed, or, you know, like a Daily Beast, or, you know, Axios or something like that. I mean, sure, you know, you can put it in DJ magazines and DJ publications and things of that nature. But, you know, there needs to be like some other sort of marketing push just so you can get the word out there, just so other individuals and people can really understand that, hey, there are, you know, these imbalances and inequities when it comes to gender, you know, in the, you know, dance music DJ space. What do you think about that?
Well, I watched the documentary already, and I've always had the great working relationships with female DJs. Like, I haven't played with them together, but, you know, I know a couple of DJs, and, you know, they're great. Like, there's never been a question of do they deserve to be there or whatever. So I think that the documentary is trying to say that there's a lack of female DJs in the space. And I agree that there's a lack of female DJs and female producers.
Yeah.
But my question is, you know, is there interest to do this job? And I don't think that it's primarily a guy space, and I think it's just because of the type of job it is, not because there's no interest or because they're not good at it or whatever. Because all the female DJs that I've ever met have been great. They've been like dope.
Yeah.
Like, just flat out, like, they've been beasts. And, you know, they have a passion for music, and they're used to being up all hours of the night and playing sketchy clubs and bars, whatever. Like, they're used to that. Like that's just part. That's a
Right.
part of life.
Mm.
But like I was saying, is that they're comfortable with the concept of it, and I think that the lack of female DJs is more about people who want to be in that space and to do the job, because you and I both know DJing is not as glamorous as being on stage and just doing this
Yeah.
and being
It's
like, hey
like,
everybody, like it's that glamorous.
yeah.
It's the day-to-day dealing with crappy people, the try and argue for money.
That's the real
The
corniness of it that,
that's
a lot of
that's
people
the thing. That's
portrayed,
the core of DJing.
Yeah.